Okay. Good afternoon, Professor.
Good afternoon.
My name is Theodore Dreiser. I am a novelist and journalist of the 19th century. And today, I'm going to present you a deep analysis of one of my best-known novels, Sister Carrie. But first, let me tell you a little bit about my life. My childhood was marked by poverty, and as a product of that condition, I grew up with furious energy and a determination to succeed. I remember that when I was a child, I always dreamed about going to Chicago, the magic city where all the young men and women of the Midwest sought their fortune. So when I was 16, I decided to travel to Chicago, and I thought that it was my first step on the long way of fame and fortune. When in Chicago, I worked in a hardware store. And I had to work with sons of wealthy executives. And I started to hate the disparity between their wealth and my poverty. And I realized that that success in life comes with luck, money, and good clothes. Then I started to work as a journalist in the Daily Globe. It was the smallest, it was the Chicago's smallest newspaper. And after that, I decided to start writing. And I started writing novels in which I decided to start to write novels. And my desire was to record my observations and conclusions about life. So thinking about the injustice, experiences, and ignorance that I had to face during my life, I started to write Sister Carrie. And now we are going to analyze it, starting with the summary of this literary work.
Chicago, the big city, I will finally get all the opportunities I have dreamt of. My own American dream will become true. Oh, Carrie, hi, Minnie. Hi, have a seat, please. Thanks. Oh, Carrie, how was the dream? It was fine. What about you? Oh, I am a little bit tired. I have a lot of housework to do. Oh. Yeah. Hi, honey. Hi, Carrie. Hi. It was a long day at work, but the money is still not enough to pay the rent and buy all the things we need. Don't worry, Sonny. I will get a great job and I will help you with it. It seems that I will have to abandon my dreams. This is not what I expect. I will have to look for something else. I deserve something better. Hello, Carrie.
Oh, darling, you so sick. Please, let me help you. Give me your hand.
Oh no!
Give me your hand.
I can't take it.
Come on. It's alone. Go and buy something nice to wear.
Oh, Carrie. Hi, Minnie. Hi. What are these books? Where were you? These boxes have beautiful pieces of clothes. Just look at them. Carrie, how did you get them? A friend of mine gave me the money as a gift, and I'm very thankful to you, but I'm leaving your house. I'm gonna live with him. What? Are you crazy? Carrie, a woman stay at home. A woman gets married. God, a lady doesn't go to live with someone who lives some few days.
Oh, Carrie, you don't act as a lady. That's not the way of getting your dreams.
I'm sorry, but I have made a decision. I deserve a better life. Carrie!
Hello, sweetheart. This is Mr. Harswood.
Hello, my lady. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There's nature's way of giving a reason.
I have something to tell you. No, I have something to tell you. Harswood is married. He's not married. Of course he is. Everybody knows that. I thought he had told you. You lying! Carrie!
I don't want to see Harswood again. I won't do it anymore.
Carrie! Can you hear me? You're his hurt. He wants to see you. Where is he? At the hospital. Let me get dressed.
You lied to me. Nobody's here.
Honey, I left my wife because I want to marry you.
I'm feeling dissatisfied with being an ordinary housewife. Oh dear, you were born for something greater than style.
Oh, honey, I'm sorry that I haven't found a job. I definitely give up.
That's all. I will find one.
I have read wealth, finally in prestige. But unfortunately, there's still something missing.
If you love.
Good afternoon, Mr. Ramirez.
Good
As
afternoon.
you could notice, I am Carrie, the protagonist of this novel. I am a very ambitious and materialistic girl because I am very influenced by the cosmopolitan consumerism, and I always want to buy things. This wish increases even more when I see rich people's houses and I compare them with my own apartment, which I consider very insignificant, despite I have advanced from the past till my current situation. This characteristic of mine gets a special significance as it makes me forget about human connections and feelings, because I privilege the consumerism and my wish of getting success. So that is why I feel dissatisfied and unable to find happiness. So that is why, by the end of my story, despite I became a Broadway star, I finished alone and unhappy. And well, this is my sister Minnie.
Good afternoon, Professor.
Good
I
afternoon.
am Minnie. I am married with Esplon, and I am the oldest sister of Carrie. Well, I represent a conservative woman. I represent the Victorian values. They are really portrayed on myself. Because of that, I don't agree with Jacqueline. Well, sorry, with Sister Carrie. And I have a little girl, and I believe that women stay at home. I believe that women get married, and I don't agree with my sister because she goes to live with someone who meets some few days. Because of that, I don't agree with the way she is going to get their dreams.
Hi, Mr. Brown. My name is Sven Hansen, and I'm Minnie's husband. And well, I have to tell you that I don't understand Carrie's attitude. I don't know how she can spend her time and money in trivial things. Well, I don't understand, and I'm not in agreement with Carrie's attitude.
Good afternoon, my name is George Harswood. I'm the manager of Fitzgerald and Moss, a salon in Chicago. I'm a friend of drawings, and I'm married, but I have an affair with Carrie and I fall in love with her. I stole a great deal of money from my employers in order to run away with Carrie and marry her. Then we moved to New York, and I began to lose all the confidence that made me seem so hardy. I literally resigned myself to failure because I cannot understand the mechanics in a world that flings a man down from success into beggary. For that reason, Carrie left me and I committed suicide.
Good afternoon, Ms. Ramirez. I am Charles Drobet. I am a traveling salesman and the man who rescued Carrie from starvation. And I also made her my mistress. I can describe myself as a materialistic and egocentric person. But apart from that, I enjoy clubbing and having drinks with friends. Furthermore, I am who affected Carrie's life most drastically, planning her debut as an actress and introducing her to herself.
So now we are going to analyze the historical context and other aspects of this book. The historical context. Sister Carrie was published during the 19th century, a period of profound transformation in the American life. Why? Because it happened the American industrialism, American capitalism, and consumerism. First, among the most important aspects among the most important transformation in American life was the economic transformation from an agricultural society to an industrial society. This huge growth in manufacturing joined with the increase of people who arrived to United States started to produce more goods in order to expand the industries. Because of that, many people started to travel to another cities in order to get their desired dreams. Because the industries expanded, they needed more workforce. And in that book, Sister Carrie is an example of how much was the influence of the economic problems in the society
because she traveled to Chicago in order to get a better job and better opportunities, and also looking for her American dream. And as the society started to work hard, it also started to started to increase the capitalist values of a society. In that way, since the capitalist or economy depends on quickly moving goods from producers to consumer, the employers didn't treat people as personalities. They treated people as commodities. It depends on how much I earn by hiring people. And then as the capitalist economy start to produce more and more goods and products, these products are also produced with a need. Yeah. So this need people start to feel that they are these goods are not enough. They usually lack of something, and because of that, it started the consumerism. And Carrie was a vivid example of this consumist society, because she usually wanted to buy a lot of things. It doesn't matter if she didn't have the money to buy all the things that she wanted.
So another aspect that we have to consider is the modern labor during that time. First of all, we have the model of the stay-at-home. I could say that before Carrie's history, the woman is seen as a mother that stay at home, carrying their babies, and also preparing the dinner for her husband. Yes, for her husband. So then, with the American industrialism, we have the woman labor, in which the woman, in this case, has the opportunity to work and bring an income for the house. And in this story, we can see as the model of the stay-at-home as Minnie, and she's carrying her baby and waiting for her husband. And in this case, we can see Carrie in the women labor, because she pursued her dreams.
Okay. An important theater of this period is naturalism, which is a term that refers to a literary movement, which is humans as individuals who can be studied through their relationships to their surroundings. So writers observe and then objectively write without making comments on morality or the fairness of what happens to the people. And the writers usually write about the dark side of life. Naturalistic writers base their works mainly on two theaters. The first one is determinism, and it says that humans have little or no control over what happens to them because they are conditioned by their environment, their heredity, their instincts, or chances. In this case, the author writes about people being governed by their instincts and passions. Carrie, who tries to achieve her goal of getting success, but she finishes being influenced by the people around her. Drouet, who affects her life by taking her from poverty to wealth, and also Mrs. Vance, her neighbor, who contributes to her decision of leaving her husband, and trying to get her wish of becoming a Broadway star. And then Darwin's theory, which says that there's a natural selection and survival of the fittest. So if you want to survive in your work from the view of a natural perspective, you have to fight and you have to adjust yourself to the environment around you. In this case, Carrie went against her natural destiny, and she looked for something else. She looked for a better job, a well-paid job, and she got it. In contrast to her sister Minnie, who assumed that her life was as a housewife was her natural destiny.
Okay, the themes that are present in the novel. The first one is ambition. Here, Carrie is very characterized for being very ambitious. She always wants more and more. And when she had more, she always wanted more. And Carrie is not the only one who suffered from ambition, because Harswood also represented when he stole the right amount of money in order to run away and have a better life with Carrie. Another one is women and femininity. In late 19th century America, women had less economic, political, and social power than men. But here in the novel, Carrie is the main character, and she ends up having more success than the other main characters. Another one is society and class. Here in the novel, we can find characters who belong to a higher class society, another one who belongs to a lower class, and they are constantly interacting with each other. Another one is social standing. This is represented by Harswood when he started in the beginning of success, and then he was falling down into beggary, and he couldn't stand the situation when he had to wear his old clothes when he was with Carrie, and that was the main reason why Carrie left him. Another one is isolation or loneliness. This is represented by Carrie because after having all the success she wanted, she also felt empty inside. And this is also represented by Harswood because when Carrie left him, he was alone. And the last one is morality and ethics. Throughout the story, the characters are constantly immersed in situations in which ethic and moral way are tested. For example, should Carrie left Druid for Harswood just because he had more money? Or should Harswood cheating on his wife with Carrie? And should Harswood stole the money just because he wanted to have a better life with Carrie? And these are the tips.
Okay, also we have the analysis, we analyzed this book according to symbolism, tone, and narrator point of view. And the first one is symbolism. We put them clothes because in this case, Carrie considered clothes, good clothes, for being in a high social position. So that was very interesting for her because she wanted to be respected by the society. In this case, we can see that the author didn't express about the opinion of Carrie and her identity. Only he wrote about what Carrie desired in that time. So that's because this is an outstanding model to portray the idea of luxuries and richness. And riches. Now we have the tone. It's a gloomy tone. And in this case, the writer expressed the darker aspects of the life or Carrie's life. Because we know that Carrie had a good she wanted to do. She was a successful actress, but at the end, she was not happy because in her spiritual life, she was empty. And this could be associated with the mundane world because the world wants vanity and luxuries, money, different things that could satisfy him or herself. And also we have the narrator point of view. In this case, more than the narrator, he wrote the book in third person omniscient. He wanted to express the life of ordinary people because Carrie was poor. But then she was successful and he wanted to express the life and he wanted to express the opinion, thoughts of the characters.
That was the end of our presentation.
Right, thank you so much. Thank you.